Hello everybody and welcome to What Does the Modern CRM Look Like Today? Presented by Blended Digital with me, Gabriel McCarthy, here to talk you through just a very casual basic look at what a CRM looks like today in modern business and how you should be thinking about using it when applying it to your business practices. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. So looking at the Blagenda today, yes, I said Blagenda, that is blended and agenda put together. I know, it's incredibly clever. The Blagenda for today will be looking at the CRM basics, choosing a CRM, and then talking about how do I get there when using a CRM. First things first, for all of you who aren't aware, what is a CRM? Customer Relationship Management, or CRM, is a technology for managing all of your company's relationships and interactions with your customers and potential customers. The goal is simple: improve business relationships. A CRM system helps companies stay connected to customers, streamline processes, and improve profitability, if used correctly. So let's talk about the basics when it comes to using a CRM. So the way I like to do these kinds of videos is as practically as possible. That is with jumping straight into a CRM and actually showing you what it looks like and how you could use it. So with this practical demonstration, what I'll be looking at is email and third-party integrations such as Gmail, Outlook, Slack, WordPress, etc. Then we'll be looking at how to read and customize your sales dashboard, set deals, read your pipeline, task setting, etc. And then we'll have a look at some cool stuff that you can do, such as building forms, appointment calendars for your website, and emailing, every customer touchpoint available, and how a CRM can help you look at a single customer view. And we'll also look at what the next levels can open up to you after the free version of the CRM we'll be looking at, which in this case will be HubSpot. And we'll have a brief look at what some of the HubSpot levels are. So we'll also be looking at the HubSpot levels from free to professional. And in doing so, I hope this will give you some ideas about what you could be looking at beyond just a CRM, especially where HubSpot is concerned. So let's just jump right into it. So here we are. We'll be looking first at those integrations. Now, if you go to the right in HubSpot here, and you click down into integrations, so there are hundreds of apps you can integrate into HubSpot, and it would take me forever to look at them all, and that's not really the purpose of why we're here. What I want to actually just show you right now is just a few key ones. Some apps which are very handy to have integrated is apps like Eventbrite for events, WordPress for your website, and Slack for team communication. And speaking of communication, let's jump into email integrations. Now, having your emails integrated into one platform such as HubSpot is not only great for keeping track of all of your team's email communications, HubSpot can actually track when the email is opened. So next on the agenda, we're going to be looking at the sales dashboard. Now, a lot of CRMs out there have the capability of having a very comprehensive sales dashboard, and this, like every other, is just another example. The one benefit of using a HubSpot sales dashboard is that it is very customizable. Say, for example, your lifeblood, aka your pipeline, isn't the most important thing that you want to see every time you open up your sales dashboard first. You can simply pop it down and put whatever's most important to you at the top with these very simple, easy to move around widgets. I do love doing this, it is very satisfying. Now, there's obviously a lot of detail we could go into about every single one of these widgets, but that's not the purpose of this video today. But I am just giving you just a very brief look at exactly what you can be seeing as an overview for the whole entire company just off one dashboard. Great thing about HubSpot is you can add in multiple widgets for multiple reportings that are more important to yourself or to the business as a whole. But if some aren't really relevant to you and never will be, you can simply delete them. Now, going off the sales dashboard, let's look at the actual sales pipeline itself. Now, this is all underneath the sales section in HubSpot under deals. A lot of CRMs have these, and they're incredibly helpful for keeping track of all the deals, aka the lifeblood of your business, that is going through. With HubSpot, you can actually customize your pipeline at every phase. So everything from lead identified to the actual deal being won or lost when it's closed, you can modify every step of the way within HubSpot by simply going and editing your deal stages. For us, we like to keep it very simple. For productivity's sake, the next most important thing I like to touch upon really quickly is tasks. Tasks themselves can be attributed to deals and particular customers or companies within your business, and of course be associated with anyone the actual deal is assigned with. So for example, you might create a new task saying call Jack. You can change it to not just a to-do, not just an email, but a call. Associate it with whoever Jack is in your records. And even associate the business to it. And assign that task to whoever is following up that lead. Put in a due date and a time. Have a reminder set. And any notes. And then simply create it. Now, if I'm assigned this task and I look at it and recognize what the task is, but see that there's no associated record that has to do with the deal, I can simply go into it myself and put in the associated deal. That's the one. And save that. Now, to let my colleagues know what's happening, I can simply say, well, that deal's in progress, I'm working on it, or I'm waiting to hear back from Jack, or I've completed it. This is one of the coolest things available to you in a platform like HubSpot when it comes to its CRM capabilities. You can actually see the single customer view all off the one page. Every interaction, call, task associated, deal associated, any companies, any notes, anything at all associated with this particular contact, all in the one place. Hence, single customer view. So I can see here in a platform CRM like HubSpot, any activity that has been done with this person, in this case me, any notes next to this person. I can create my own if I want to, and save that note. Great note. I can also see any emails sent or received by this particular person, any calls logged, and any tasks associated, or I can give them a task. You can also see here to the left all their detail. So their name, their associated business URL, the particular life cycle stage they're in. I can change that to a lead, an opportunity, a customer, or other. The contact owner, who owns this particular contact or who introduced this contact to the company. Email, of course, phone number, last contacted details. And you can go into properties here and add in a copious amount of different properties that are important to you, or even create your own. And as you can see here to the right, you can see any deals, any attachments, pretty much anything associated with this person, all in the one place. Another powerful thing you can achieve on a platform like HubSpot is that you can have a workflow set up whereby if a new contact is added and their email address isn't already present within your CRM, this workflow can have an automatic trigger that associates the domain to that email and creates a company from it. Like in this case, when my email was added to the platform, the company Blended Digital was created. And as you can see there, you can have all the contacts associated with that company under the one place, and then any notes, emails, calls, etc. done to anyone within that company. So the single customer view, as you can see, is probably the most powerful tool available within a platform like HubSpot. Great thing is that this actual tool is free for you to use at the basic level and is incredibly easy to set up. Last couple of things I just wanted to touch upon really quick to help with your productivity and using a CRM is underneath the sales tool here, under meetings. Once you have your email integrated into the platform, the HubSpot CRM can allow you to connect your calendar. Once you connect your calendar, you're actually able to have an automatic link to send to people. If I copy this link and open it, as you can see here, the link automatically syncs with your calendar, and HubSpot allows you to send this link to people so that they can automatically book in times when you are available. This eliminates that awkward in-between part where you're trying to tee up a time between multiple parties, or you're asking back and forward times and dates with a potential new customer. Quite simply, what you can do is send them this link and have them book in a time with you that suits them. You can customize this so that you can have 30-minute, 15-minute, 45-minute, an hour, 2-hour meetings, whatever suits you. Good thing is, as soon as you add in something to your calendar, HubSpot will sync it automatically, so it blocks out that time. So there's none of that dangerous potential overlap of double booking. Very last thing I wanted to show you is forms. Great thing with the free HubSpot CRM is that you can build as many forms as you like. Just go in there under forms and click regular form and go next. Select a blank template to work off, and you're good to go. Give it a name, and start adding to it with widgets. Again, HubSpot love widgets, and so do I. Add in whatever's relevant to you, and make some fields mandatory. You can even go into options here and see what the message will be when someone fills out your form. Have notifications ticked to the correct people, multiple people if you wish. Once you're done with that, there's plenty of other things you can do to customize, but we'll just do that for now because you can just go here on the right and click publish, and there you go. It's ready to go. You have your embedded code that you can copy and put onto any landing page you have control over, or you can go share link and just copy and paste the URL. And as you can see, it's given us that form, live and ready to go and capture some data. Best thing is, when someone fills out this particular form and submits it, it'll go straight into your database and start filling up that CRM. The CRM is free, and as they claim to, it would always be free. So I recommend using this even if you've never used a CRM before, because it's a great starting point and it's not going to cost you a cent, and you get all of that stuff I just showed you. And plenty more as well. Now they've got email marketing and ad management. Now, this is in no way a actual ad for HubSpot or anything like that. We don't have any benefit if you go with them or not. I'm just showing you this because it is a very powerful CRM and it is free. So if you've never used a CRM before and are curious to see if it will benefit your business, then I highly recommend trying out HubSpot. And there you have it. I hope you enjoyed that little jump into a CRM there with HubSpot. So now let's kick on and go into choosing a CRM. Now, with choosing a CRM, there are a lot of factors to keep in mind. I often say that if you're going to go ahead and get a CRM, you have to actually define what the purpose of making that choice is. And there is a lot of steps you should be taking before you go and invest in any kind of CRM, whether it be free or not. So with that said, let's actually look at what those questions are, and hopefully this will get you thinking about the answers to them. So one of the tough questions, and probably the most important tough question I always ask from the very get-go, is what are your business goals? In 6 to 12 months to 10 years from now, whatever, what are they? A very simple way to set your goals is the SMART rule. The SMART rule is be specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely. Now, a really big important question is, do you understand your customer? Before going into any CRM, really define your buyer personas. A well-defined buyer persona will help you build a better marketing plan in the long run. You don't want a CRM that's full of time wasters, full of customers that just aren't a match for your business. They're not after what you serve, and they don't have what you need to make a sale. So clearly define your buyer personas so that when you start filling up your CRM, it is mostly filled with the right kinds of people. Also, start asking yourself and the people you work with, what are your business capabilities? Do you understand your sales and marketing processes? Can you define life cycle stages, triggers, and who's responsible for what? Can you define as well how you convert leads into customers? These are all important questions you need to ask yourself before actually investing in a CRM. Going off that, you also have to ask yourself, what level of training do you or your team require from a technical perspective to use a CRM? Are you ready as a business to invest in sales and marketing automation, which is essentially what having a CRM builds up to? And what commitments are you as a business prepared to make to achieve these goals? I put the HubSpot Academy link at the bottom there, just because it's a great suppository of knowledge. Now that we're done asking all these questions to ourselves as a business before investing in a CRM, now it's time to ask, how do I get there? Well, here at Blended Digital, despite the fact that we only touched upon the platform of HubSpot today, we are actually agnostic. Things like Salesforce Marketing Cloud, Adobe Marketing Cloud, HubSpot, SAP. We firmly believe in whatever works for you as a business works, and we want to help you get the most out of it. The way we set out to do that is our 3-pillar structure. Pillar 1 being strategy, which is design-led approach and discovery workshops. The second pillar is execution, so not only strategizing with you, but because we're all MarTech consultants here, we can actually help you and your team implement these particular solutions. Probably the most important one, in my opinion, is your enablement for you and your team. We want to make sure that you guys are in control across all of your marketing and sales automation tools, which includes your CRM. So we intend to be there every step of the way. And here are just a few of the clients that we work with, all of which we have asked very similar questions to, if not a lot more than what we just asked previously. Honestly, thank you so much for listening in. I hope this has answered a few of your questions about what a CRM looks like today in our modern world, and we hope to see you at the next one.